Leg sweeps.
My vice-captain, Brian Booth. Brian, of course, is known to English fans for his wonderful efforts over here last year. Wally Grout practising his wicket-keeping without pads or gloves, learning to pick some of the chaps he hasn't played with too often. Johnny Martin warming up. John's the funny type of left-hander, as the Englishmen call it. John spins the ball in tremendous fashion. Rex Ustella's wandering over here now. Rex is the old-fashioned leg spinner who gives the ball plenty of air, gives a lot of turn, and I think he'll prove quite interesting to some of the county batsmen and test batsmen. Norman O'Neill, who's scored so many runs against all test teams. Norman's in wonderful form, has trimmed down this year, and we're hoping for big things. Big Peter Bird from Queensland, who scored a wonderful 180 in the fifth test here. Peter's on his third trip, which is the most of any of the tourists. Graham McKenzie walking across now. Graham's was a baby on the soil. This tide is 2 weeks off being the baby. That's him. Bobby Cowper sporting his Victorian jumper here. I think he must be feeling it and needs the Victorian sun on his back. Bobby Cowper, one of the newcomers, a left-hand batsman and off-spin bowler. Ian Redpath, one of the three opening batsmen in the side. Ian has a wonderful season for Victoria, scored 97 in his first test match, and we're hoping for big things from Ian. Big Alan Conley, who's got quite a mystery ball. We're looking for many, many wickets off him, and throughout the tour, he should be a great workhorse. Bill Lurry, who had such a tremendous season last time he was here. Bill has been scoring runs again, taking out his savage hook shots and looking very forward to another successful tour, another 2,000 runs, we hope. Barry Jarman, our second wicket keeper, not number 2 in style, but number 2 on the trip with us. Barry has been a wonderful record over the last few years and has only 27, 28 now and still got a lot of cricket in him. Jackie Potter striding over here. Jackie's a PT instructor with the Victorian Physical Education Board. Jack is a very fit man and drove us very hard on the ship, and I think they're showing the benefit of it now. Neil Hawke, the right-hand batsman and right-hand medium pace bowler. Neil is a very, very good all-rounder, a wonderful fieldsman, swings the ball a lot when he's bowling and likes to get on with the game when he's batting. And the other net, of course, it's smiling Tommy Vivas. Tom's had a wonderful tour so far, he's enjoying every bit of it, and as an off-spinner is a type we haven't seen for some years in Australia, and one who should revel in English conditions.
This lively, likeable Simpson, of course, and his poised, impressive vice-captain Booth were already well known to the critics who turned up at Lord's for the practice. But there was great interest in the young Australian batsman. Cowper here seemed to have time to spare, to hit the ball very hard indeed. Hands a little low on the bat handle perhaps, and might he be in trouble where fast bowling moves off the seam? Does he play a little early? Redpath, who'd made such a fine start in Test cricket, attracted a lot of attention. There behind, that shrewd old skipper, Richie Benno, watched most intently, and you can see, even in his few practice strokes, why Redpath's style has reminded a lot of critics of Sir Leonard Hutton. These young batsmen, of course, will have to go very hard for their places because there are already established batsmen on the party. The bowlers, Sellers here, have a better chance, and Sellers obviously had been warned that a good many recent Australian back-of-the-hand bowlers had failed in England because they bowled too short. They bowled to their Australian length. But Sellers consistently put the ball right up to the bat and spun it quite a lot. He'd been warned in advance, clearly, and his form was quite impressive. The pace bowlers didn't take too much out of themselves. They weren't going to risk any torn muscles. But Connolly showed that he'll need to be as big and strong as he is if this action of his, all arm, doesn't take a lot out of him if he bowls very much. Mackenzie, one of the bowling successes of the last tour, has had trouble with the front foot rule. And this, to an extent, has broken his rhythm and damaged his length, and he may take quite a long time to settle. But, to paraphrase the old beer critic's remark, there's no such thing as a bad Australian side, only some are better than others. And Mackenzie was one of those who surprised us all, rose to the occasion last time, as, no doubt, more than one of them will do this time.